Hello students, the topic today I am going to cover is scope of macroeconomics. As you can see in slide, the scope of macroeconomics is divided into four major points. First, theory of income and employment. Second, theory of general price level and inflation. Third, theory of economic growth and development. Fourth, macro theory of distribution. Your first point is further divided into two subpoints, that is theory of consumption function and theory of investment function. Your theory of consumption function and theory of investment function depends upon theory of business cycle. The explanation in detail will be given in the next slides. Your first point is theory of income and employment. It explains which factors determine the level of national income and employment. हमारे देश में इनकम कितना है लोगों के पास, एम्प्लॉयमेंट कितना है लोगों के पास, वो किन फैक्टर्स पर डिपेंड करता है, इसका स्टडी भी हम मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में करते हैं. सो पे अटेंशन टू द वर्ड्स विच फैक्टर डिटरमिन्स. सेकेंड, it also determines what causes fluctuations in the level of income, output and employment. यानी कि ये अंदाज़ा लगा के हमें देता है कि हमारे देश में नेशनल इनकम एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट किन फैक्टर्स पर डिपेंड करती है और किन किन फैक्टर्स की वजह से इनमें फ्लक्चुएशंस आते हैं, किन किन वेरिएबल्स की वजह से हमारे देश में नेशनल इनकम एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट वेरिएट करता है. Now, to understand on what factors does it depend, we have to study income and employment in detail. And for that, we need to study consumption function and investment function. Always remember that one man's expenditure is other man's income. एक इंसान का खर्चा दूसरे इंसान की कमाई होती है. यही इकोनॉमिकल लॉ है. इस हिसाब से हमें जब भी लेवल ऑफ इनकम एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट को स्टडी करना है, हमें कंजम्पशन फंक्शन और इन्वेस्टमेंट फंक्शन दोनों का डिटेल्ड स्टडी करना पड़ेगा. विदाउट दैट यू वोंट बी इन अ पोजीशन टू फाइंड आउट द लेवल ऑफ इनकम एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट. नाउ थियरी ऑफ बिजनेस साइकिल. Now, what is theory of business cycle? First of all, it is very important for us to remember theory of business cycle is also known as trade cycle. Trade cycle means the period of boom and contraction. अभी boom क्या होता है, contraction क्या होता है? Boom का मतलब when sales are growing rapidly, there is significant growth in the sales, and contraction on the other hand refers to the situation where there is decline in your sales, or you can say decline in your national output, decline in your income, decline in production. That means whatever is there, the trends are mostly declining. Simply stated, in boom period, all the trends regarding to sales, output, your production, your income, it shows upward trend. And in the contraction period, it shows downward movement. So business cycle is what? So business cycle is a downward or upward movement of GDP around its long-term growth trend. Now it is long-term growth trend, so you have to be careful. We are talking about long time period, not about the shorter time period. So once again, theory of business cycle is also a part of theory of income and employment. To study what affects our national income and employment, we have to find out, or you have to analyze the theory of consumption function and theory of investment function. In the same way, theory of business cycle is also the part of theory of income and employment, and business cycle refers to downward and upward movement of GDP around its long-term growth trend. And it involves boom and contraction trends. A second point is theory of general price level and inflation. Remember बच्चा, we are not talking about individual product pricing. We are talking about general price level, that means price prevailing in the market, and it covers inflationary part too. Under the theory of general price level and inflation, macroeconomic analysis shows how the general price level is determined. पिछली स्लाइड में जैसे आपने किया, how the factors of production affects income and employment. In the same way, second slide का first point आपका है how macroeconomic analysis analyze the general price level in the country. It also explains what are the factors which cause fluctuations in the general price level. यानी कि प्राइस लेवल कभी ऊपर चला जाता है, कभी नीचे चला जाता है, दैट मीन्स कभी इन्फ्लेशन आता है, कभी डिफ्लेशन आता है, तो वो किन चीज़ों की वजह से आता है, उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन भी हमें मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स ही देता है. अभी आता है इन्फ्लेशन क्या है. ऑलरेडी लास्ट लेक्चर में भी मैंने डिस्कस किया. इन्फ्लेशन का मतलब है व्हेन देयर इज more money supply in the market, and due to that the prices of goods and services of daily and common use increases. On the other hand, deflation refers to the situation when overall price level decreases. So here you can say your inflation rate becomes negative. How it happens? How deflation comes to the market? It is because of reduction in the money supply in the market. That means your inflation and deflationary situation depends upon the supply of money in the market. So in the second point, it is discussed that macroeconomic analysis shows how the general price level is determined. It explains what causes fluctuation in the general price level, and it is very significant to study the changes in the general price level due to inflation and deflation. Your third point is theory of growth and development. Now this is very very crucial for any country. हर country ये चाहती है कि उसका development हो. Our government is working towards the development of the country. Similarly, every government in a country works for the development. Now, if a country is underdeveloped, how to make it develop? We need to develop some theories, we need to develop some policies. तो सबसे पहले ज़रूरी होता है हमें ये जानना कि हमारी कंट्री का करंट पोजीशन क्या है, वेदर इट इज़ डेवलप्ड, अंडर डेवलप्ड और डेवलपिंग. सो मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स हेल्प करता है हमें फाइंड आउट करने में कि अगर हमारी कंट्री अंडर डेवलप है, अगर हमारी कंट्री में पॉवर्टी है, तो क्यों है. So your first point explains the causes of underdevelopment and poverty. That means macroeconomics help you to find out the causes of underdevelopment and poverty in a particular country. अभी आपको ये तो पता लग गया कि भाई हमारे देश के अंदर अंडर डेवलपमेंट है या पॉवर्टी है, तो उतना पता करना ही काफ़ी है कि उससे बाहर निकलने की कोशिश करना भी ज़रूरी है, उसके लिए पॉलिसीज़ बनाना भी ज़रूरी है. अगर उसके लिए पॉलिसीज़ बनानी है तो पॉलिसी बनाने का काम भी कौन करता है, मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स ही करता है. सो आपका सेकेंड सब पॉइंट ये बता रहा है, इट ऑल्सो सजेस्ट, यानी कि मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक ऑल्सो सजेस्ट स्ट्रैटेजीज फॉर एक्सेलरेटिंग ग्रोथ and development. That means to increase growth and development in a country, we need to form strategies, and which are formed with the help of macroeconomics only. So macroeconomics suggests policy framework for development and growth. Your fourth point is macro theory of distribution. Macro theory of distribution deals with the relative share of rent, wages, interest and profit in the total national income. अभी ये सारे पॉइंट्स रेंट, वेजेस, इंटरेस्ट एंड प्रॉफिट आपने माइक्रो में भी पढ़े हैं, उसके स्कोप में भी दिए हुए थे, लेकिन वो एक पर्टिकुलर इंडस्ट्री के लिए था, एक पर्टिकुलर फैक्ट्री के लिए था. यहाँ हम बात कर रहे हैं हमारे टोटल नेशनल इनकम में से कितना शेयर रेंट का है, कितना वेजेस का है, कितना इंटरेस्ट का है और कितना प्रॉफिट का है. दैट मीन्स आवर टोटल नेशनल इनकम इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 4 parts: rent, wages, interest and profit. Here we are not talking about a particular company's income. We are talking about national income. So macroeconomic theory or macro theory of distribution, it deals with the share of rent, wages, interest and profit in the total national income. So don't get confused with the point of rent, wages, interest and profit. Over there it was for a particular firm and here it is for entire country. The next slide will clear you more. As you can see in this figure, theory of distribution chart is shown, and towards your right hand side a clear-cut picture is given, that is share in the national income. The total national income is divided into 4 points: red, blue, yellow and green. And over here it is written that functional distribution is there. Land, for land, rent is being paid. For labor, wages are paid. For capital, interest are paid. And to the organization or the entrepreneur, profits are distributed. So when you sum up all these 4, you get the national income. So macroeconomics आपको ये मदद करता है, हेल्प करता है कि टोटल नेशनल इनकम में रेंट का कितना पार्ट है, वेजेस का कितना पार्ट है, इंटरेस्ट का कितना पार्ट है और प्रॉफिट्स का कितना पार्ट है. सो हमारा स्कोप ऑफ मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स ये सारे पॉइंट्स को कवर करता है. लेट्स गो बैक टू ऑल द स्लाइड्स वंस अगेन. As you can see, the scope of macroeconomics is divided into 4 major points, that is theory of income and employment. Theory of income and employment is further subdivided into 2 points: theory of consumption function and theory of investment function. Now, theory of consumption function and investment function definitely involves a theory of business cycle. Second point is theory of general price level and inflation. Third, theory of economic growth and development. Fourth, macro theory of distribution. Your first point discuss about theory of income and employment. It covers macroeconomics, explains which factors determine the level of national income and employment. It also determines what causes fluctuation in the level of national income, output and employment. So which factors determine, and in the second point, what causes fluctuation are important words to be remembered. As you have seen in the chart, to understand the level of income and employment, we have to study consumption function and investment function. Now, this consumption function and investment function definitely depends upon the business cycle, which is also known as trade cycle. Now, business cycle क्या होता है? It refers to the downward and upward movement of GDP around its long-term growth trend. Your second is theory of general price level and inflation. Macroeconomic analysis shows how general price level is determined and what causes fluctuation in it. That means कितना प्राइस जनरली बढ़ा है और किन कारणों से बढ़ा है. अभी ये कारण का रिजल्ट ये हो सकता है कि आपकी इकोनॉमी या तो इन्फ्लेशन में चल रही है या डिफ्लेशन में चल रही है. ये थर्ड पॉइंट थियरी ऑफ ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट, यानी कि कंट्रीज़ का करंट पोजीशन को एनालाइज करने का काम भी मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स करता है. और अगर हम अंडर डेवलप्ड हैं और पुअर कंट्री हैं तो ऑब्वियसली हमें मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स ही हेल्प करेगा स्ट्रेटजीज प्लान करने में, ताकि हमारा भी ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट हो. सो पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क का काम भी मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक के अंडर आता है. Your fourth point is macro theory of distribution. In macro theory of distribution, it is clarified that total national income comprises of 4 factors, that is rent, wages, interest and profit. A clear-cut picture is shown over there that national income is subdivided into 4 points, 4 parts: blue, red, yellow, green. It refers means they are comprised of 4 major points, 4 parts, that is rent, wages, interest and profit. Go through the slide well, prepare your answer. Thank you very much.